Hello there. We have some interesting news to share with you today. A company called Metec Products is recalling some of its Little Remedies honey cough syrup. This is because they found a tiny bug called Bacillus cereus in some bottles. This bug can make you feel sick, like having a stomachache or throwing up. Nobody has gotten seriously sick yet, but if you have this syrup, you should stop using it right away and talk to a doctor if you feel unwell. The bottles affected were sold between December 2022 and June 2025. You can get a full refund if you have one of these. A new study says that wildfires are causing more people to get sick with diseases like the flu and COVID-19. When there's a lot of smoke in the air from wildfires, people stay indoors more often. Being close to others indoors can help germs spread more easily. This is a problem because wildfires are getting bigger and happening more often. To help, we need better ways to clean the air inside and also find ways to stop wildfires from starting and spreading. Two companies, IonQ and Kipu Quantum, have done something amazing with special computers called quantum computers. They were able to figure out how a tiny part of a protein folds, which is a very complicated problem. This is a big step forward and could help us discover new medicines in the future. Some doctors and scientists are asking for COVID-19 mRNA vaccines to be taken off the market. They are worried about things like people getting sick or even dying after getting the vaccine. They also say that the vaccine might affect women's ability to have children. More research is being done on these concerns. Archaeologists in London have found and put back together huge pieces of old Roman wall paintings. They found thousands of tiny pieces of plaster from an old fancy house. It was like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle. These paintings are very old, from around 40 to 150 AD, and show colorful birds, musical instruments, and flowers. SpaceX had a problem with one of their big rockets, called Starship. It exploded during a test in Texas. Luckily, no one was hurt, and the company is looking into why it happened. A doctor in Florida performed a surgery on a patient in Africa, even though the doctor was over 11,000 kilometers away. He used a special robot to remove a tumor. This is the longest distance a surgery like this has ever been done. Doctors in India are asking people over 40 to get checked for kidney cancer. They say that if you find it early, it's easier to treat. Kidney cancer is becoming more common in India, and it's linked to things like smoking and being overweight. Russia successfully launched a large rocket carrying military satellites into space. This was the 10th time they have launched this type of rocket. A new study shows that a special way of eating called intermittent fasting can help people lose weight. This is when you eat one day and then don't eat the next. It can also help with things like blood pressure and blood sugar. Astronomers have looked at many galaxies far, far away and noticed something strange. Most of them seem to spin clockwise. This is unexpected and makes some scientists wonder if the whole universe might be spinning. It's a really big idea that could change how we think about the universe. A study from MIT found that using a special computer program called ChatGPT might make it harder for students to think for themselves. When students use ChatGPT to write essays, their brains showed less activity related to learning and memory. Scientists have found a rare planet bigger than Jupiter far away in our galaxy. They used a method predicted by a famous scientist named Einstein to find it. This planet is similar to Jupiter, with strong magnetic forces and big storms. The U.S. government is building a new facility in Texas to fight a bug called the New World screwworm. This bug can eat flesh, and the government wants to stop it from coming into the United States. Archaeologists in Denmark have found an old burial ground with about 30 graves from a very long time ago, around the year 900. They think it belonged to a very important Viking family, perhaps even people who worked for a famous Viking king. That's all the news for today. Hope you enjoyed learning something new.